What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto.
T-minus 1 minute until full data blackout. All eyes are on you.
Breaking news. There is an astronaut conducting an emergency repair on a global communications satellite that could go dark at any moment. We have a second angle on this.
Is that guy on FOMO?
Oh yeah, just like me for real. Crazy trader.
Yeah, let's get back to it, everybody.
Breaking news. There is an astronaut.
Opportunity cost is simply this. Every position you take is a position you choose over something else.
This just in. According to the astronaut's FOMO account, highest in the room, the satellite has been restored. For now, the crisis appears to be over.
Satellite's up and running. Position's looking good too.
There we go. United States of America representing. Socialism, communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I am the modern day Tony Stark. This is not a Heineken. I don't drink beer. It's water. Shut up. Hey, hold on. Yeah, Mountain. Look at the Mountain Valley Spring Water Company. That's right. Yo. First of all, that green bottle has been on here so many times. It's time to go ahead and holler at your boy. You know what? I need. Hold on. I need. It's either I'm gonna make my own water, or I'm gonna get sponsored by a water company. For those All you water companies out there, I drink water like crazy. Okay, I drink water like crazy. If you want to be on this show, okay, you want to be on this show, let me know. All right. Contact GotsteinPR.com. They represent me. Isn't that funny? How things work. Welcome to the Breakdown, episode 766. Welcome to episode 766. That's the official number, not the unofficial, because I've probably done more shows than that. The Breakdown, sponsored by Midnight. Midnight! That's right, Midnight. Friday, we go into Midnight City. By the way, I got tagged by somebody. They were like, yo, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to your AI agent in Midnight City. They're talking to my agent in Midnight City. I was like, let's fucking go. Also, Polymarket is the official prediction market sponsor of The Breakdown. Clap, clap, clap. Shout out to Polymarket. We'll look at Polymarket later on in the show to see what's going on. Go look at the balance of power, midterms 2026. It's crazy out here in these streets. A lot of people want free, like a lot of you motherfuckers want free. Free airdrops for doing nothing. Participation awards. I should hold an award show. Participation awards. I try to get a haircut. My guy's not in, man. No Diddy. Now I gotta wait until Thursday. Unless I allow his assistant to touch my hair, I'm not comfortable. I'm not feeling comfortable doing that. I'm really not. I'd rather let it be like this. I'd rather have the Jufro and wait until Thursday. I'm just saying. I am just saying. I didn't even start the show. I'm already limited on fucking TikTok. I didn't even start the show. Didn't even start it. TikTok, I love you, man. All the people that come and watch me, I love you. Love you. I was blaming Landy for it. I still blame him. I still blame Landy for everything. Yo, they have restricted me so bad. It is bad. Guys, if you can't see me on TikTok, come over to X. Okay? Come over to X. Come holla at your boy. All right. Also, Cake Wallet. Listen, we know what happened with Cold Card, excuse me. The exploit, I think it's over $120 million that was drained out of these wallets. If you're feeling unsure, get yourself a Cake Wallet. Okay? It's secure. Vic and the team have been working for years. Okay, years. Every single day, checking up on it. Okay? Cake Wallet. Go to cakewallet.com. Okay, get yourself, or obviously go to the App Store. Most of you guys don't use iPhones, right? And I was checking my stats. A lot of you guys use Androids. Ew. The fuck uses an Android? Who uses Androids? But go download the application, okay? There we go. Also, shout out to the new sponsor on the show, FOMO. That's right. I took my talents to Miami, right? Shout out to FOMO. I like FOMO. I like the people at FOMO. I like the people that are building on FOMO. I think we'll have a good time looking at assets and looking at people's theses on why they got into so-and-so. Looking forward to doing this once a week. Maybe on Thursdays or Fridays. I don't know. I'll figure out which day of the week I'll be showcasing this shit. I'll figure it out. Sign up to FOMO. You can use my link. Save 10% on your trades. I like the sound effect. This sound effect is wild, bro. There's this. Listen to the sound effect. This is one dude's voice that's going absolutely apeshit. He's like fucking belting. He is belting out here in these streets. All right. Oh my God, TikTok, man. TikTok. I gotta send them a message. This is absolute dog shit. All right. We're here. Let's talk. I'm gonna break some. Should I bring Landy in though? I don't know if I should bring Landy in. Should I bring him in? Should I bring him in? I'm thinking. I feel like if I bring him in, he won't let me talk like he wouldn't let me talk on Spaces yesterday. Him and this guy, Ryan, these guys would not stop talking. I was also accused of wearing a crooked tie. I took offense to that. I took offense. Coming from a guy who lives in New Jersey, telling me about ties when he doesn't even have one in his picture. Can you believe that? By the way, if you are watching this on X, okay, and I'm not talking about the drug, but if you're watching this on X, formerly known as Twitter, reshare the live show. Reshare the live show. If you're on TikTok and you're tuning in, due to the limited visibility for some reason, if you can share it out there, I'd appreciate it also. Let's break this bullshit that they got going on me. It's crazy. And everywhere else. Wherever you're tuned in from, come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, all right, let's get right down to it. I feel bad, though. I got Landy in the green room. Should I? Fuck. Okay, let me bring him in. Fuck it. And today's show, we had a last-minute cancellation. Last-minute cancellation. We're going to reschedule the interview. I was disappointed. I was sad and hurt. But we are going to reschedule. And I only was sad because now I have to talk to the puppet for more than 40 minutes. But I'm gonna mute him every time he tries to talk over me. Let's bring in the puppet. What's going on, Landy?
Hello. How are you, David? I like
I'm
your
good.
tie.
Thanks
on
for
No
coming
Tie
in today.
Tuesday.
See you tomorrow. Anyway, so Landy made his appearance here today. It was great seeing him. Always nice seeing him. Appreciate him. Always stopping by and dropping bangers. Everybody that's Landy, give him a follow. Yesterday, if you didn't tune in, obviously the market update with Landy, it played on his social media platform and on the Gokhshtein social media platform. So tune in. We'll see him tomorrow. Okay, 12:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's right. There we go. Everybody, round of applause for Landy. Man, that was a great conversation. That was a great combo, man. I learned so much just now from that conversation. That was a great one, man. Man, Landy drops. The facts that Landy be dropping, that's crazy. I think Landy has one more thing to say. Landy, I know you're still here. What's going on?
I know those bars were just too much for you. And, too much alpha all at once.
You say bar mitzvah? What would you just say?
It's too much alpha for you. Too many bars, right? I mean, I know that you are in your producer arc right now, right? You are out there.
So anyway, as I was saying, what I'm seeing out here in these markets is there's a lot of bullish sentiment in terms of sentiment. Okay? Sentiment-wise, bullish. Charts, not. I talk about this whole movement situation, right? I talk about the movement, about starting a movement. I'm going to start this movement. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. I believe it's going to be great. But guess what? I keep telling you guys, I keep writing, I keep watching and I'm writing, I'm watching and I'm writing people who show up every day. Day one, when I said I'm about this movement, I want to be the catalyst that brings the next Wall Street bets along. Everybody was cheering, excited. Over a month into this, half the people that were here are no longer here. by the way, that helps me. It helps me understand what I need to do as I move forward. I respect the people that still show up, but I know more and more every single day, well, all the stats that I get to go ahead and write down and put into my or feed into my AI and my AI agents, I get a better understanding of what I need to go ahead and do and how to put this shit together so we win. So this space can win. Shout out to David, Mr. David, been following you since 2019. You're welcome. You're welcome for all the wins. Let's bring Landy back in. For some reason, he wants to say something else. Landy, what happened? I thought you...
Oh, I'm just back here dropping alpha. All of it.
Okay. Well,
Would
thanks
you
for
like to
dropping
pick any
by.
of it up? Oh, you're welcome. It's been
Yeah.
great. I'm glad that we could get all of that alpha out of the way.
Yesterday, there was a picture of me dropped. Yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to show you this picture that was dropped to me. I've called my Jewish attorneys. I will show you this disrespectful picture. I don't know if it's not me.
Is it,
Okay, so let's
is
go
it
to-
really disrespectful though? Is it really? I mean,
Well, because number one, I still look old. I look like it looks like my grandfather.
sir, I elevated you to a position of being a leader of a nation.
Okay,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, I can't unsee this. I wake up. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and
mean-
gentlemen, I yesterday, not only do I do an interview where an image of me is like it looks like literally my grandfather. Nothing like me. Then I'm assaulted on X, formerly known as Twitter. This is they're calling me the Ayatollah and stuff. Like I don't even know what to do here, man. So I've sent this to my legal team.
I did want to let you
What do
know,
you have
David.
to say for yourself, puppet man?
I wanted to let you know here live on the show that the United States will be sanctioning Goxstein Media now.
Yo, Bella Star, right? They made me look so old. Like, even in this.
Oh man, they did whatever
What
is going
is
on in
this?
this picture. You and Kate got done dirty, but you got done dirtier.
This is completely Wolf Financial got beef. We could, listen. If this is where you want to go, I'm more for. I'm all for it, man. I have no problem. Wow, this is tough, bro.
So I know that it's going to be even tougher now that Scott Bessent is now sanctioning the Goxstein Media Network,
Oh my god.
and pretty
this kind of
soon
picture,
you're
I
going to
wouldn't
be
be
blockaded.
surprised.
You're going to be blockaded there on Long Island. You're not going to be allowed to leave. No incoming or outgoing shipping. The food supplies are going to get low for David.
People are cracking jokes. Yo, there was almost 60 concurring viewers on TikTok through the limited ban
Yeah.
that I'm on. And as soon as this thing, listen, I don't know. I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't feel like.
They're like, wait, it's the real Ayatollah. They're like, we can show this. This is cool. Unrestricted. You're good to go.
Well, I can't. I fucking give up. You know what it is? When you're so handsome,
Mhm, mhm.
when you're a handsome fella, look, it went from 60 to 24, bro. You can't, ain't no lies found. Oh my God, this is crazy, bro. This is absolutely fucking nuts. Anyway, what the fuck? Oh my God, I got scared. Bro, I just switched tabs. Yo, I legit, I'm not, did you see my face just now?
You looked a little freaked out there for a second.
Oh my God, look. I switched tabs and it, on my side, look, hold on. This what popped out. Like, no, seriously, it was like blown up on my side, man. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck?
Just to cut out just you as the Ayatollah.
It's fucked up, man.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
my
That
God.
was hilarious. Look, I enjoyed watching the interview that you did with Wolf Bitcoin Cade over there. We don't get to hear a lot about the Ayatollah these days. And we got to hear the background on one exiled Jewish man turned Ayatollah of Iran, David Gokhshtein, yesterday, who also is a grandpa, because holy crap, you got the door
The fuck was
so
that?
dirty. I love it.
I was on dirty, man. By the way, I'm going to take vitamin C right now, so people don't think that I'm taking something else. It's vitamin C, right? Vitamin C. Shout out to Thorn.
Wait, so you're also on the Thorn regimen as well. So I just heard the other day a whole bunch of folks on the Wolf Bitcoin space were talking, a bunch of traders were talking about peptides. And specifically they brought up Thorn. Why them and not another company?
I actually have I've switched. I still have some of the stuff that I've ordered, but I'm actually I'm trying out sports research. Sports research. That's what I'm using right
Okay.
now. I think people have to be. You got it when you take on when you look. Don't just take peptides to take peptides and stuff, and don't just like make sure like all this stuff has been tested. By the way, when you guys try to order this shit from like Amazon, that's also you got to be wary of that shit, because who knows if that's you don't know if this shit is real. They could just slap on a label and say that it's coming from Thorn, but it's not. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know. Like, I think it's a good product. I do. I would have still used their creatine, but they don't got the NSA label on themselves. Is it the NSA? It's hold on.
If it's the NSA, bro.
Hold on. NSF.
just-
hold on. I forgot which one it is. Hold on.
Not safe for work. NSA, you're actually just taking tiny cameras that are looking at your
No,
insides.
but it's certified creatine, basically. It's like the creatine has like literally been looked at. It's not just whatever. Anyway, the creatine is kosher. That you know, when you drink
Yep.
water and it has the kosher symbol, you want that. Whether you're Jewish or not, you want the kosher symbol.
I mean, sure, it's water, so all of the water is going to be kosher.
None of this shit is FDA approved. Somebody's asking.
Of course not.
if FDA
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
no.
FDA approved.
No, none of
Look,
it is.
I'll tell you right now, I take creatine not look, I knock on wood, and I'm not just saying this. I know I gotta tell people when I'm being sarcastic and when I'm not being sarcastic. So I'm not being sarcastic here. I take creatine. I don't need to, because my body, I can show you pictures. It really doesn't. Does it help? Maybe, but I can work out and still develop myself and the cuts and all that stuff without it. Primarily, I take creatine because I do believe that there is some sort of effect from a mental perspective. That's it. Like from a mental, like, I don't want to be, this is not medical advice. Okay, none of this shit is medical advice, but I'll say this. I know people that have taken creatine who have suffered with brain fog from COVID, and they're doing much better. I think mentally, in general, there's something to it, to where if you take 5 to 10 milligrams of it, you're super focused.
Yeah.
I just feel that. I feel
Yeah.
you sleep better, you're super focused. I also take collagen, so in combination with a lot of things. So some people say there are people saying 10 grams. Did I say milligrams? 10 grams, excuse me. I think 5 is enough, but I think from research studies, it's been stated that if you take about 10 milligrams a day, 10 grams a day, that it does have a good effect on your mental clarity. So, hey, listen, that's one of the reasons. That's probably the main reason why I take it. Otherwise, I would never take it. It doesn't. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to like fucking put my ego out here, but it doesn't. I still look good without it. It does. I will say though, it does. You get a little bit more, just a little bit more. It looks like you're a little bit more bulky. Maybe you got that water weight and stuff, but again, it's for this more than anything else.
Yeah, outside of your natural production, it can give you a boost if you are bulking, right? And you're in a bulking phase, creatine can help, right? But once your body actually normalizes, the rest is just for assistance, usually mental clarity and stuff like that. From what a lot of the folks that I'm around, and that work out much harder than me, as I am just a tiny puppet. I can only lift very tiny weights. But like most of them aren't really taking huge amounts. Like there was a time period where people used to they're going for 30 grams.
Yeah, but that's stupid. It's like, because like
The waste.
if you want, I guess if you want to, like, if you're just starting out, you people go with 10, but 5 a day is perfectly fine. Like, whatever. I think a lot of people need to stop watching TikTok, respectfully, from the standpoint of getting their medical advice. Like, there's a lot of influencers that will push it and say, you should be taking 10, 15, 20. I don't think you should. First of all, you got to drink a lot of water. In general, you got to drink a lot of water because you need to drink water with creatine. Bottom line. Can't, like, never mind.
And when you
If I
drink
go
too
into
much
this, it'll be
water,
like medical advice and shit, and I don't want to do that.
well, and not medical advice, but when you drink too much water, you have to be careful too, because you start flushing all of the vitamins and minerals out of your system. So then, if you're doing too much and you got to drink too much water, then now you need to supplement on the vitamins and minerals side of things. So it becomes this, well, obviously a lot of these companies want you to do that, right? Because they want you on the full stack so that you spend more money with them and you take larger amounts so that obviously your orders get bigger over time.
I mean, everybody thinks, when I tell people about creatine, they think it's steroids. It's not steroids. Your body produces about 2 grams of creatine per day. You can eat steak. I mean, you can eat all this stuff to get creatine, but who wants to eat like fucking 10 pounds of steak? Like, not me. So I'm just saying, man, there's powder, and then there's, you could do it naturally, but I don't think anybody's going to do that. And
over supplementation has drawbacks. And a lot of people don't recognize it until they're really experiencing some odd health issues. So just be careful, and you got to know yourself. And the big thing is you should go and make sure that the doctor, your doctor, is actually the one helping you manage things, and testing all of your hormone levels, testing your blood sugars, everything in between, right? And a lot
Yeah,
of people don't do it though. A lot of people just want to go their own way, and because they feel better in the beginning stages of doing it, it ends up being, one of those like, I don't need the doctor. This is all
well, that's
following
only
this
because like
advice.
even if you go to the doctor, if you're taking all this, guys, we'll get to crypto, I promise. But even if you're taking all this stuff, like let's say creatine, you can fucking listen. If you're not drinking enough water, you can fuck yourself. So you need to at least drink. I think you need to drink at least 2 to 3 liters of water per day. Bottom line, and it also depends on like how big you are too. So
Yeah, I'm tiny. I only need 1 liter.
yeah, but yeah, most. I think 5 is good enough, man. These fucking people are wild. Anyway, what I was saying though, on the crypto front, before I was absolutely rudely interrupted by Landy and his fucked up pictures of me, which is crazy work, man. Crazy business. Hold on, I want to see something. I mean, you guys I gotta say, you guys tune into the program, and I've recently got a lot of shout out to the Asian community. Shout out to the Asian community. A lot of them are starting to follow me from Asia. I'm following you back. Hopefully, we can have a space where I'm speaking Mandarin. Okay, and we're chopping it up. I can see it happening.
Just
Okay?
wait for the
Yeah,
puppet
wait
to
for the
speak
meme.
Mandarin. By the way, I sent David a video in my voice speaking Spanish, and might have freaked him out a little bit, but it's going to be even freakier when I start speaking Mandarin.
Man, I got like an eyelash in my fucking eye. I'm like fucking dying out here. Jesus Christ. All right. So Landy, I want this movement. Like I want to be the guy leading this movement. I really do. Like I want to look at stuff. I want to print hard. I do. I want to print hard.
Print harder than the Fed?
Yeah. Print harder than the Fed, 100%. I said something on this program for months that is now out there right now, and it's happening. Did I not say that VCs would be out there and picking their own plants? I said that the VCs will come into the meme economy and they will pick their own people that you don't know, and they will be pushing them. It is happening in 4K right now. Like I am watching it.
Happened last cycle too.
No. But this is different. Landy, this is different than last cycle. They're literally now out on the timeline participating in the memes. And they're telling you. I won't name the individuals. Not yet. But if you guys have been watching, I told you this would happen. And they're trying to make you. How many times am I going to have to say that? You guys you have 2 choices. One, they're going to tell you what you get into, and you're going to get in late, and then they're dunking on you, or you can be a part of something that you go ahead and call the shots. Let me go ahead and Landy might be confused because he's always in Bitcoin spaces. Hold on.
Yeah, what are these memes you're speaking of? I'm very confused, very puzzled by this.
He also, what I typed to Landy, didn't disclose his stuff with investing into a certain platform.
Oh.
And then he was made to disclose it on the. So like, here's a VC who's out there. Oh, let me just try this. Then he gets sent supply.
Yep.
I am telling you, I've been warning you guys, and I will continue to tell you guys, this is happening. Either you can go ahead and recognize it and decide that you do want to be a part of something, or you will be told what you can get into at the top and be destroyed. That's it. Bottom line, I'm going to do something. When is the question? That really is it. It comes down to when and how I do it. But I can't wait to go ahead and battle with them one-on-one on the timeline. I am ready. I am very ready.
I actually am familiar with this. So one, I saw what you put in there, and I also saw some of the comments coming through. So yes, no, I am. Look, I also know where this came from, where this originated. And I don't know if folks are a fan of this particular gentleman or not, but you've probably seen him on the timeline. But Star has done really, really good work, really good threads over the years. And the origins are from him. So, I know exactly what you're talking about. And we're probably going to see way more of this kind of stuff where somebody's going to take something that somebody else has kind of put out into the ethos and send runners based off of that. And this is something that, anything that you are getting into, obviously you're the one clicking the buttons, but you should do the research and know what you're getting into and why. And who's, a little bit of chain sleuthing also helps, right? And it's what I don't really care for is, like, I like Star. I follow Star. And for those that don't know, it's Star Platinum. And there's others that I've also followed, and I've seen very similar things. And it's kind of like, you remember, David, you'd come up when you were coming up, like you're a well-known media figure, but when you were coming up and you were building on Twitter, like, people didn't really know who you were. But if you put out a take and then you'd see somebody just repurpose your take as their take without giving you any credit, or like what we see very popularly on X, which has started to slow down. You know what? Nikita did put a stop to that, and Elon kind of stepped in and put a stop to a lot of that, as well as like reposting other people's content as your own, whether it be memes, whether it be pictures, whether it be, any kind of original content that was put out on the platform that somebody just kind of reposts, no credit, or a direct post instead of reposting somebody else's post, or quoting it, but instead line for line taking what they had put out in a post. And then because they have a bigger account, pushing it out there, everybody celebrates them and they get all the views and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff happens in meme coins all of the time. But I believe you are correct. It is going to happen way more, especially when you look at all of the various chains and the chain rotations that are going to be going on yet again. And we went through it last cycle where you had the ETH run for memes, and then everybody rotated to Solana, and then everybody rotated to SWI, and then everybody rotated to, liquidity kept rotating, right? And a lot of this is a setup for that again, right? So it's going to be
here's my problem, Landy.
interesting.
Here's my fucking problem. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way that I'm left off of any fucking list. And that's not my ego talking. That's me calling it for what it is. When you have somebody who called memes way before anybody else called memes, they should be on the fucking list. They should be on the who to follow list, right? I'm going to call it for what it is. They should be on everything. Like if I'm running X, I'm putting on the original OGs of this motherfucking shit. When I'm not put on the list, and there are other people that I would say like they were with me talking about memes when it wasn't popular, they're not on the list either. So when I look at the whole setup, it's set up for people that are apart or been poached by VCs. Bottom line, and they're a part of this cabal that's been created. I don't know none of these motherfuckers. Can I be frank with you guys? I don't know them. I've only recently come to know about them because you guys talk about them, but I don't know them. And they're retweeting each other, reposting each other, and then getting pushed by VC-backed fucking protocols. So yeah, I'm taking offense to it, but you know what? I love this underdog fucking position. I love it. I love it. Like I love it. But it's the disrespect. I'm sitting here and I'm feeling like Jordan. Like I really am feeling like Jordan when he said, "Yo," and I took that personally. I do take this personally because none of these motherfuckers know crypto, and none of these motherfuckers know about the memes like I do. So you know what? I took it personally, and I feel like, you know what? If it's not on this platform, if it's not on X, it'll be on TikTok. If not on TikTok, it'll be on another platform. But I will go ahead and rally the motherfucking people, and I will cause havoc in a good way. In a good way. I will destroy their fucking plans.
Well,
bottom line.
I don't think, look, VCs have plenty of money to dump into something just to make it work. I don't think it's a matter of destroying their plans. I think it's a matter of giving people another option. Because if people have another option, that
Lanny, why am I not on the who to follow list?
Because you're David Gokhshtein.
No, I'm seriously
No,
asking.
because
Why am I not on
I'm
the
going to
who
be
follow?
straight up with you. It's because you're David Gokhshtein. One, the insiders that are on those lists, they got picked, handpicked, right? And if you're not in the club, look, this was always my biggest issue with people that would make up these really grandiose false narratives about you, is like all of this, like he's part of the cabal and all of this. No, he's not. No, many of us know who the cabal players are, and if you're not in it, you're not on these lists, right? And a lot of people forget that there's many different kind of what you would consider cabals in the crypto space. And it's not just crypto. It's not unique to crypto. It's the good old, we call it the good old boys club in the finance industry. If you're some of you are in, some of you are out. Some people trying to work their way in, all of that kind of stuff, right? It's the joke about, online in the crypto space, you could relate it to I'm not in those chats, right? Or I'm not in the tier 1 chat or whatever it might be or whatever,
Yeah.
right? It's the same in the finance world. It's the same in politics. It's, there's insiders with those connections that work very closely together. But of course, it's called a cabal because it's easy to attack a cabal. But realistically, these types of groups form everywhere you go. Right? In any type of society, these types of groups form. And look, if you're not in with them, you don't get the shine on certain things like the X algorithm for the who to follow lists, which I think should not be influenced by anything other than, if it is crypto, it's the OGs. Even some of the people that I don't care for should be on that list. There's people on this
I agree.
application that are OGs that I do not care for, but they should be on the who to follow list, and they're not on the list. Instead, it's a bunch of.
Can I ask you a
bros.
question? Who's a bigger Bitcoiner, me or Fred?
It's definitely you. Yeah,
That's what this is what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
it is very, very
Why am
interesting to
I
watch.
paying X almost fucking $2,000 a month? Why do I got more, like, higher views on TikTok than I do on X?
Well, here's the here's the issue. I think that a lot of folks are not happy with the way that a lot of the algorithm has worked to this point. I do
It's
think
not
it
the
is getting
algorithm.
better.
Andy, you're not
It's
hearing me. I don't,
it's the
give me,
favoritism. Yeah.
give me 15 likes. I don't give a shit. My thing is, how are you going to go ahead and not? How am I not on the meme coin trading list? How am I not on the Bitcoin list? How am I not on the Ethereum list? Forget about even, you want to take those two away from me. How am I not on the, I'm called the ETH Maxi. Go search the algorithm.
No, you were the ETH god at one point.
There you go. ETH God. So how am I not on the cryptocurrency list? Crypto KOLs, I'm not even found. Okay, that's actually a good thing because I hate KOLs. But in general,
You know what they're gonna do now? They're gonna put you on the KOL list.
yeah, that probably will.
Oh
man.
my
That's on
god!
purpose.
You know what? That would be so funny. I'll be honest with you, because it would be a meme to put you on the KOL list. It would be a meme.
No, but that's my whole thing. It's like, okay, this is what, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm going to have to fight through. You have people that have been selected. You look at the list. I don't know. Maybe I know like 10% of these people, but the rest of them, like,
Most
they just
people knew
joined.
Ansem before he was put on the list, right? Like, so there's the obvious locks, but then there's people that no one's ever heard of before. that
See,
are
look
on
at this
these
guy
lists.
T. He's like, he comes into my thing. He's like sitting here. No, I'm not crying. I'm not. I need motivate. Like sometimes you need shit like this to go ahead and even. This is just fuel. Nobody can ever say he was a part of a cabal. When we win, nobody can say he was a part of a cabal. He was in an inside. None of that. Zero. If anything, I really be saying this shit, and I really mean it when I say, like, I like to be on the other side of the fence where I'm fucking with the community here, and we're taking it to these plants and VCs. And yeah, I say VC, like I know you don't like the terminology, Landy. It seems like it shit hurts your butt, but for me, like, I call it
Because
what it is.
we literally, I come from a place where
I
we
get it.
literally work. We have a VC arm, and that's all
Okay.
they do is invest. But they're not doing this, right? Like,
Somebody's calling. Let's take a call, okay?
oh wait,
Somebody's
somebody's calling. Oh, I didn't even see you had.
I missed the calls, by the way. Already 4. You're live on air. What's going on? Hold on. Is it me or them? Hold on. Let's see. I don't think it's me. You're live on air. What's going on? Okay. Are you there? Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can put you on air. Hold on. Why does this happen all the time, man? You know what? I'll do this. Give me 1 second. I hate this. I really hate it. Like, you have everything set up and then the shit doesn't work last minute, man. Let's see.
Yeah, better IT guy.
There you go. All right, you're live on air. What's going on?
Hey, not much. It's Todd.
Oh my God, Todd.
What's up, Todd?
What's up, Landy? Hey, since Landy is on here and we can corner him,
Uh-oh.
talking about radar chat.
Uh-oh. Todd, didn't I send you something on Radar Chat?
I don't think so.
No? Well, send me your handle in the DMs. I'll send you something on Radar Chat.
Yeah, the only message I have on there is from Vic, I guess. But also for FOMO, David, I guess you have to have like a combined total of like $5,000. 5 people have to hold like $5,000 of a token to be a clan.
To be a clan.
I saw that feature. I haven't actually like really. I will be trading or looking at stuff on FOMO Friday. At the same time, when I go into Midnight.
okay,
by the
cool.
way, somebody on Midnight City, somebody who got into Midnight City tagged me. They were like, "Yo, I'm talking to your AI agent." I thought that was fucking cool as fuck. Yeah, but I'll be doing that
Yeah.
later this week.
Gotcha. I've been trying to get in midnight, but the line to get in is pretty treacherous, I guess.
Hopefully they start moving it at a faster pace and getting a lot more people in. But I get it, man. They want to make sure that like nothing goes wrong. So shout out to them, man. I love Midnight City. There's so much shit that you can do in there. The things that I'm hearing, I think it's going to be epic. I really do think it's going to be some epic shit that people will appreciate. People 100% agentic trading and all that stuff. People will definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm curious as to like what that looks like inside of Midnight, other than you can like look at the city now and stuff, but I guess the overall like proof of concept, I guess it's kind of hard to understand from the outside, not being able to access the game and play it. So
I was supposed to have he has a cold, but the president of Midnight will be joining us hopefully this month. It was supposed to be today, but hopefully this month or next month, and we'll go ahead and I'll take some questions for the crowd and also ask him some of my own questions and see and you guys can tune in and watch that. So
right on. But yeah, that was basically the only thing was the radar chat thing, and then do you have a time frame on the giveaway for the Cake Wallet, or do you know if you're able to do one?
I'm probably going to do giveaways for Cake Wallet probably like this week. Probably this week. I gotta feel the energy. Man.
I feel that.
Like, yeah, I get it. Like 4 or 5 people, 6 people got energy, man. But like, I need to feel that. I need to feel those vibes, man. I got to feel them. Either way, it's what I've been talking to Landy about. Regardless, at the end of the day, I'm going to absolutely, I'm feeling a certain way, and I'm going to make sure that everything that I stated, hopefully, if everything, is put together correctly, we can do some big things. So that's it.
I know you said that you wanted. I know that you said that you wanted to do like the movement before the bull. Do you have like a time frame that you think that it's going to take before the charts turn bullish? Like I'm guessing October probably before the charts turn, but do you have like a different opinion?
Everybody's talking about October. Everybody's saying October. Our resident puppet here believes it's October.
Well, it's
there we go Q3. With the wells.
Q3 to Q4 is typically the time frame in which you would see a bottoming structure start to come in for the actual low. So it still takes time for the market to shift into bull structure. So when you see on the timeline or you're looking at historical data, the October time frame, September, October, November time frame is typically when you would see a bear market bottom actually come in, but it's not confirmed until later. So it's a matter of, as we go through Q3 and head into Q4, what does market structure look like? Do we set a low? And then do we actually, if we do set a low on like a higher term time frame, like a monthly, and I would pay attention to monthly closes, because then we can define very clearly the criteria for further downside and where we would break the downtrend and start to look for a potential bull market structure to actually form. Now, when you're looking for bull market structure to actually form, that is typically going to come in after the macro low is in, because you break the downtrend and then you look for higher lows or equal lows. That is the start of the bull market. So like in 2022, the start of the bull market was technically off of $25,000 because we set a higher low there on the monthly. And then we broke the lower highs that were at 31.8. So that was actually the start of the bull market. But the bottom, and that confirmed that the bottom was in. Now, many like myself, after the low came in and was confirmed on the monthly, what what I was saying is this is very highly likely the actual bottom at the price zones that we were kind of specking out around $15,000 to $16,000. And where if for it to hold, we need to see a higher low. That is your trend reversal setup. Higher low came in at $25,000. Bull market's on. We went immediately and broke 31.8. Now we shifted structure. It is the bull market. And then subsequently, we ended up running quite a bit. We did retest, right? We ran to 49K for Bitcoin. We retested 38.5, and then it was on to new all-time highs, right? So there's going to be time to position, but you have to pay attention. A lot of people didn't pay attention until Bitcoin was breaking $69,000, and they think that's the bull market. No, that is not the bull market. That's called a bull run. When you start running above the prior highs, and luckily for many, this prior cycle, we actually broke and made a new all-time high and didn't immediately go on a run. We came back down and retested 50K before actually initiating the run to $126,000 for Bitcoin. So there's going to be time to position yourself. You shouldn't be like, oh no, I'm missing out. But one of the early indicators that David and I have talked about is that when the bulls actually set the low on Bitcoin at $25,000, you know what ran with Bitcoin? Like in a massive way, meme coins, in particular Pepe.
Meme coins, yeah.
And
Right.
they ran with Bitcoin and they outperformed every single altcoin out there. Now, granted, altcoins also moved with Bitcoin, but it was the meme coins that really told you that people are back, regular folks are back, bigger money starting to come back into the space. We're getting better liquidity on chain, on exchanges for exchange listings. And that is really what I would expect here. And that's when David says the sentiment is back. He is right, in my opinion. And the sentiment coming back precedes the actual meme coin sector starting to turn when the bull market starts to actually show signs of life for Bitcoin. And then everything goes all at once. And the memes will be right there. Everybody in memes is already here screwing around in the bear market anyway. So you're already here and it's you'll see it you'll be here to identify when that happens.
Yeah, I guess a big thing just from listening to David's lives and stuff is that David said that with his movement, he wants to implement it before that run starts. That way it's bulletproof for when the bull run continues, I guess, too.
I if you're going to put a clock on it, 6 months is the clock. Because that gives you enough wiggle room for an early bottom or a late bottom in the markets. But that's the clock. You're not going to miss much outside of that window. But after 6 months, I think things actually start to really form structure and starts initiating those legs higher if we haven't already seen it. And that would put us into Q1, the Q4 to Q1 timeframe. And then you just have to worry about the drawdown in Q1 to Q2. That's usually a correction like it was last cycle. And then we get usually a large correction. That's another bigger opportunity. So if you're looking just purely for a bottom call, most are looking Q4 or sometime in Q4 for the bottom to be either formed or in. And that's, you're looking more towards the 4-month time frame in that case, right? You're looking towards the end of the year. But there's no guarantees in anything. Not financial advice. Do your own research, all that good stuff, right?
Well, it'll be awesome. Though. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead before man, there's so
go ahead. Go ahead, David. I'm listening.
I missed like 3. I feel bad for the calls that I missed, man. You'll just have to call back. I just at the end of the day, I just want to see a bunch of people rally around builders and around real individuals. I am absolutely pissed off to see that some of the people that were here championing memes aren't out there being put on a pedestal, but yet we got some random people that are being pushed out there and we're being led to believe like these were the original creators of fucking the meme economy. So fuck that shit. I said it on live air. I can care less. Clip it up, send it to your friend. I care less.
As far as meme coins are concerned, David, do you know, are they still considered, is it still considered gambling, I guess? And that's kind of a pointed question or a two-part question, right? So do you know if the earnings from meme coins is still considered like gambling earnings, I guess?
I don't believe that's the case at all. I mean, Landy, what do you know, right?
No, that's not the way it's seen. No, if you're talking about from the tax side of things, from the regulatory side of things, no, it's not seen as gambling. No. From the tax side of things, it's all about the length of time between, the purchase
Right.
and the sale. So you're going to get hit with cap gains one way or another. It's either long-term or short-term cap gains. And you really do. CPAs are getting better. Tax professionals are getting better at doing this, but you should, depending on your size. Look, a lot of folks here, I'm sure everyone pays their taxes, right? Everybody pays their taxes. I'm sure everybody in the chat, you're paying your taxes. Okay, good.
You should be.
So seeing as everybody's paying their taxes, there are services, and a lot of these do-it-yourself tax services that are incorporating ways in which to file for the cryptocurrency gains. But we're still in. This is actually what you just brought up about gambling. Not gambling. No, this is not. Even prediction markets aren't gambling, right? In accordance to what the regulators have come out with. But when it comes to the taxes, that's actually where we need reform when it comes to crypto, right? Because if you're going to call something an asset, right? And then we've got assets and you're not going to see these other things as securities and like all this other stuff, then they shouldn't be taxed like securities. They should be taxed like assets, which puts you in a different tax, in different tax code federally and in the states. So obviously this is all specific to the United States stuff, but I'm not a tax guy. That's why I have a team that works on that. That's why my accountant gets it all together and handles all this stuff for me, right? But it really
I would
depends
tell
on
everybody, get a goddamn accountant, man, to go ahead and do your taxes.
You need it because they can save
Don't
you.
use no TurboTax shit, and that is
For
horrific.
sure.
Yeah,
There goes a sponsorship.
TurboTax.
Yeah, I mean, I work for the agency, right? So I was just curious what yeah.
You say it again. You
Did
work
you
for
just
what?
say you work for the agency, so you're
Oh, I
curious?
work for the IRS.
Oh. Well,
So
there.
you should know.
Yeah. So, well, that's why so that's why I said it's a two-part question, right? So Trump this year changed, or last year actually changed to where you can write off 100% of your gambling earnings as losses on your tax forms.
Yeah, but this is not.
And it used to be only 2% now.
Yeah, but this
So
is not
that's
gambling.
why I was wondering,
mean,
like, what,
Yeah, well,
this is not
TFTC and
gambling.
SEC guidance doesn't, and I don't believe any tax code based on the way that the SEC is regulating the industry. In terms of guidance, I don't believe, and I'm gonna have to call my accountant and get the tax guys on the phone because I do not believe that this falls under gambling. And I don't believe that if we look at it this way, if people start filing cryptocurrency gains and losses as gambling, we've got a problem in the regulatory environment. And this is why we need things like a Clarity Act that actually does things like provide clarity.
This is crazy, man.
Because right now it's all just guidance out of the regulators, and
Right.
the IRS has done nothing to provide any guidance for how to
No,
handle
but
this
they
stuff.
call everything a property. They call cryptocurrency a
Property, yeah.
But
property.
they don't tax it that way.
Yeah, you don't get a 1031 though. Like none. You don't
Yeah.
get the ability to do anything.
It's ridiculous. So where do you put it? That's where even tax guys are they have a methodology, but who knows if, you know,
We had a tax guy on here. We had Andrew Gordon on here.
you
He
should bring him
broke it
back, to
down.
be honest, because we're in Q4. You should bring him back as we head into
will.
Q4.
But like he's even they're like even when they look at stuff, they're like, listen, we're charging. He even said it, he's charging clients a hell of a lot of money to look at these things. He doesn't want to but there's no
Right.
clarity, man. Some guy got billed
So
$30
it's all
million.
gray area, I guess, right?
The IRS billed some guy $30 million or some shit.
Yep.
Dude never made $30 million. Yo, it's wild. It is wild. There
because
needs to be more clarity.
Well, so you know, David, you know this. I do a lot of liquidity providing, right? And when you're moving liquidity around, on a specific for specific pools and from exchanges and whatever else you're doing with this liquidity, when you're doing this, when you're LPing, you know, if you were going to go by the strict way that it's written, every time I transfer, I should be paying taxes on that. And that's crazy. That's not how things work in reality, right? There is not anywhere in the traditional markets where market makers and liquidity providers, when they move that money around to actually perform that service, have to pay taxes on it. Like, that's not how things work. Yet if you're going to go by the way that the current tax code is written, that's one of the reasons why guys get like massive tax bills. And it just doesn't make any sense. And I can't answer this question. I don't even think tax professionals can answer this question. They just have figured out a way in which they can get people into the proper tax codes that at least would cover them if there was some sort of an event where the IRS wanted to look further into things. So I just don't it does make for an environment here in the United States that is not crypto friendly still. And if we want to be the crypto capital of the world, it ain't going to happen with a tax code like this. And you need the regulators
I'm
to
not
do
sure that the
something.
Clarity Act is even going to bring in that clarity for the tax code.
Exactly. That's what
doesn't.
we've been saying.
Yeah.
I've been yelling about this because the Clarity Act only clarifies things for the banking system. It doesn't clarify anything for retail.
Exactly. Yep.
Right.
And this is what I took when Andrew was on here. This is what I was saying. Like, where are the bills for retail so we can have a better understanding? I can tell you, like, I know this. Listen, people say, how do you know? But I know most people, like 90% of the country pays their taxes, man. I think people do, like,
Yeah, you have to.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I know people want to pay their taxes. Are there some people that like don't? I'm sure they like, but people want to pay their taxes. They want to understand what they're paying for, though. They want to know. Me personally, I'm like, yo, send me the check or the invoice, excuse me, and let me just fucking send the check, because it's like this shit is tough. I feel, honestly, I feel like I overpay.
I've overpaid every single year, purposefully, by the way, just in case. I don't want any problems. If there's one agency that I do not want to run afoul of all of them, it is the IRS. And that's sad to even say that out loud, because they shouldn't exist.
Somebody said we pay because we were scared of jail.
Exactly. And that's the problem.
Yeah, that's from TikTok. They're like, we pay. Well, yeah. I mean, listen, the infrastructure here has to be fucking. But even the infrastructure is not even fixed when we pay tax. It's crazy, man. It is what it is, man. Pay taxes. If you're making money, somebody told me this one time. You're paying taxes, it means you're making money. So just pay your taxes. It's okay.
Well, you want to know something, David? I have paid enough taxes that I should not see any damn potholes in the roads in my damn city. It's ridiculous. You know how much I don't just pay federal taxes. I pay state taxes for state income. I pay federal income. I pay for my businesses across various states, and not one damn pothole is fixed. Not one damn pothole. Instead,
that's why when athletes, it's funny when they say like 100 million is not enough. Like,
because it's all getting taken from them.
like people are like, oh my God, look at them complaining. But hold on, $100 million is really not $100 million. They're paying taxes, and they're also paying taxes wherever they're playing, right?
Which it's wild because of the game checks.
Yeah. So like 82 game season, half of the time they're on the road, right? They're paying taxes on that. And then they're paying agents, their agents, lawyers, accountants. So I get it. Like they're left with 20 million. Let's not cry. But like, it's not the 100 million that you guys think that they have in their wallets.
You know what? As I've said this, so you've talked to some professional athletes. I know a few professional athletes myself, and I was talking to one of them. He's like, instead of paying us per game, pay us up front, right? And everybody will just sign their deals in Florida and Texas because that way they can just pay state taxes that way.
Real.
And then not have to go, because like, think about like, what was it? The Super Bowl.
I don't know how
right?
we got here though. We fought for our freedom over a 2% tax, and now we're paying 60.
Well, the Stamp Act was bigger than the tax. It was a confluence of reasons, but yes, the Tea Party was.
But you get it. It's like
yeah,
we fought over taxes here, and now we're paying. Like we should have stayed with England.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not no, never. No,
I'm just saying from a tax standpoint, 2% ain't bad.
Bro, it would have been 2,000% now. I mean, granted, we pay taxes on everything 20 times over. Like everything, by the time any product you hold in your hand has been taxed 450 times over for everything that went into making it. But that's not unique to the United States either. But we live in a world where at the minimum there should be no federal income tax. You can argue for state income taxes and stuff like that, fine, but there should be no federal income tax.
Well, the way I look at it, I like what they propose for people that make $150,000 or less. They shouldn't be taxed. That would be good because like now there's more. I think more people in general, if you're not being taxed like up the wazoo, like you're spending money.
Yeah,
that goes into the economy. The economy's thriving.
Well,
like,
because
you get more jobs
between the government spending your money, right? It's the difference between the government spending your money and them making the choice on what they're spending it on, and you using your money as a market participant and spending your money in the marketplace. But the government wants to pick and choose the winners on where that money is going, and often it's laundered and it goes through NGOs before it ever gets to anything productive, or they pick winners in companies. Whereas you and I and everybody else wouldn't pick those same winners if we could keep that money in our pocket, but we would still end up spending it. In fact, spending would increase, GDP would increase massively because of the consumer spending side of things. And you're right. It should be 250 and under, and it should actually move to no income tax federally for anyone. Because think about the billions and billions of dollars that billionaires could redirect into building. Personally, they can reinvest in their own companies. Personally, they can invest in other ventures. They're going to spend more money, right? It just buy more property, do whatever, right?
They don't want to incentivize. They don't want to incentivize our entrepreneurs. They don't.
Yeah,
there's no incentive. That's why, like this, whatever. Todd, appreciate you calling up. I definitely do appreciate you calling in, and yeah, pay your taxes, ladies and gentlemen. Pay your taxes.
Pay your taxes or go to prison.
But get the right, get the right accountant that understands this. Listen, it's not gambling. I mean, life is a gamble, but it's not classified under gambling. At least
I'm going to write off my life experience on my taxes now because life is a gamble.
Me too, man. I walked out the door. I'm writing it off.
I woke up this morning. I'm writing that off.
Thanks, Todd. I appreciate you, brother.
Much love,
Yeah,
Todd.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing I say, man. Get a good accountant and knows what they're doing. Seriously.
Absolutely.
In this space, it's kind of like, but you know what? Like, I'm a holder too. So it's like, I guess I have it easier. I'm not trading all the time.
As somebody that trades, I can tell you that short-term cap gains tax is the worst.
It's nasty.
It sucks, dude. It sucks so bad.
I had an episode dedicated to crypto taxes. You guys missed it. I literally had an episode dedicated. I had a guy on here for 30, 45 minutes, man. It's crazy. Replay the show. Unless you want me to bring on somebody to give you a full, in-depth. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll be nice enough to do that. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh, wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto.
This is Houston. T-minus 1 minute until full data blackout. All eyes are on you.
Breaking news. There is an astronaut conducting an emergency repair on a global communication satellite that could go dark at any moment. We have a second angle on this.
Is that guy on FOMO?
Oh yeah, just like me for real. Crazy trader.
Yeah, let's get back to it, everybody.
Breaking news. There is an astronaut.
Opportunity cost is simply this. Every position you take is a position you choose over something else.
This just in. According to the astronaut's FOMO account, highest in the room, the satellite has been restored. For now, the crisis appears to be over.
Satellite's up and running. Position's looking good too.
There we go. United States of America representing. Socialism, communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light? Do everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. Welcome back. I got the puppet here. It's 1:29. Half an hour before we end this show. I'm only going 2 hours. Restricted again. Hey, there you go. Live visibility restricted. Shout out to TikTok. Let's give a round of applause, TikTok. Unoriginal or reproduced content. It's only my content and my ads. It's funny. Appeal. Let's see. My live does not contain or mention should allow content like mine. I understand this. No. Well, this is crazy. This is absolutely every single time. This is absolutely crazy. Anyway, welcome to the breakdown. Sponsored by Midnight. Title sponsor Midnight City. Shout out to that also. We'll be on there on Friday. Polymarket, the official prediction market sponsor of the breakdown. Also, Cake Wallet, one of the most secure wallets that you have out here. If you're a little bit scared due to the exploit with Cold Card and you're looking for a wallet temporarily right now to go ahead and hold your assets in, you can go ahead and download Cake Wallet. Maybe even make it permanent. I don't know. FOMO, shout out to FOMO. They've joined. I like FOMO, and FOMO likes me. I think Thursday I'll open up FOMO and we'll look and see what's happening, what's trending, what theses people are writing. Maybe I'll jump in and buy something. I don't know. What's up, Landy? What's going on, man?
I'm just taking a look at the markets, doing a whole lot of nothing in a range for Bitcoin, at least on the cryptocurrency side. And then, watching the equity side of the markets as well, coming off of some selling off of, new all-time high areas, kind of right in the zone where, things could potentially start to maybe mean revert and come back down a little bit more. And that's just kind of where we are in this time for the kind of seasonality of markets, right? So obviously there is the oil trade that I'm paying very close attention to, because that is going to have a lot of implications for what we see coming out of the Fed in terms of decisions. And, and just the economic environment in general. So, oil below $100. I think we're going to continue to see softer inflation prints for core CPI and CPI year over year, month over month. Although month over month might move up, considering that we have kind of pumped off the lows for oil. So it's really about watching the interplay of what's happening with oil, how that is affecting pricing in the measurable data that the Fed uses, so that we can kind of determine what the liquidity environment is going to look like for the markets, coming in towards the end of the year, and then especially in 2027. Because there's really two ways it can go. If they do tighten, a lot of people take that as a negative sign. I don't think the market, I think, will shake it off. But what it does do, if they tighten again towards the end of the year versus hold or cut, is that it does restrict liquidity.
Yeah.
So that's and a lot of people, the meme, the very popular meme with Powell is, the money printer go burr, and like that's been around for years with the Wojak meme. But realistically, just cutting rates is not money printing, and raising rates obviously isn't money printing. It's you can think about it like a pipe. It's just a bigger pipeline for liquidity or a smaller pipeline for liquidity. The printing, well, that's what happens when we have spending, right? And spending is typically going to come out of Congress. Although there is other pathways to spend already approved dollars, which is where you get the printing. So there is it that could be printed based on some of the spending that has, been approved and not yet made it to market. So then it's about what does the lending environment look like? Is it more attractive or less attractive? And we have a few different interplays coming up here, David. And I think you've been keeping up with this as well. And this is where, the government, the administration has opened up direct lending, right? Through the actual administration itself, right? So this is now primarily through the Department of War, but other areas of this administration's government. And the appointees in charge have also been opening more direct lending. Department of Energy is another one. So there is something interesting happening here where I think the market will adjust if we do see a rate increase, but it all comes down to really at the end of the day, just watch oil. If it's lower, more attractive risk environment, more liquidity, can stay in the markets and potentially more can come on with any cuts. But if we see it trending higher and especially above, 95 to $100 and staying there, more importantly,
Yeah.
where we're looking at a more restrictive environment. And this isn't correlated one-to-one with price action, by the way, folks. If you go back and look in history, cuts preceded big downturns, and it's actually the rate increases that had preceded the big upturns in markets. So we'll see.
Well, as always, let's thank Landy, man. Landy, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Fridays at 8 p.m. doing palm readings. He did a great one last Friday. Tune into that. Breaking down the markets. Well, you did hand readings, didn't you?
It's it's astrology. We did some tarot cards, a little bit of astrology, did some palm readings on demand. All while looking at, some price charts. It was pretty awesome. And
I know you had a great show. Okay, you had a great show.
It was the best.
Okay, people finally told you had a great show. Now you can't stop talking about it.
I will never stop talking about it.
Jesus Christ.
No, I appreciate it, David.
And you can catch him on Spaces, on like 95,000 Spaces every single day. If you're looking for him and Ryan, the tag team, to go ahead and break things down. That's right. Tune in to all things crypto and all that good stuff. So there you go. Landy, everybody.
Thanks, David.
I'll talk to you later, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Ah, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Anyway, welcome to The Breakdown. Episode 766, sponsored by everybody. Sponsored by Bin Night, Polymarket, Cake Wallet, and FOMO. Let's give a round of applause for that. I wrote something to Landy. Landy's laughing. All right, listen, man. I don't know what's up with the sentiment. I don't know if it's my algorithm. I don't know. I honestly don't know if is it my algorithm? Is it my algorithm? Or is it just like the sentiment right now is fucking... I thought it was bullish. Where is everybody? Did everybody disappear? Where the fuck is everybody? Where is everybody? I thought you guys were about, I thought you were about this life. Y'all wanted to rally. Y'all wanted to go ahead and take over crypto again. Where's everybody? Where'd you disappear to? 3 weeks ago, you were in this room, yeah, yelling. Where did everybody go? I feel like John Travolta when like that GIF or that fucking image, whatever, like the meme, where he's like looking side to side. What happened? You stopped believing? You don't believe anymore? What happened? Charts not green? Or charts aren't green? I've proved my point. I said what would, and you know what? This is what we all said what would happen. After a week, the I believe in something goes away. I believe until I don't believe. And that's what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. You have people that do want it and believe in something bigger, and then you have people that believe in their profits, and it has to be profit in order for them to participate. So no profit, no participation. No free money, no participation. That's bottom line. I'm proving it here. Y'all were going crazy. I hope everybody understands now that we are still at a point where people do not believe in the builders, that do not believe in the leaders. People believe in what's happening in that very moment. And a lot of people, they can talk a lot of shit about the KOLs and influencers, but ultimately, y'all are waiting for them to make the next call. That's bottom line. That's why I said, like, I am not going to make a call. That wallet that I opened up on Pump.Fun, again, I opened it up to go ahead and buy memes, which I will do. I will buy memes, though I will probably buy memes on FOMO versus Pump.Fun. But that wallet on Pump.Fun was opened up to buy memes, and then shit was sent to me. But again, it's always the analogy that I've used throughout the years. It's like people send me this shit. They want me to call something, but then they disappear the minute that I don't call something, and they get mad at me. This time around, I'm going to make sure that I pick what I want to pick and I do what I want to do, because I've just proven it with this social fucking experiment. In a sense, this has been like that social experiment. Who's about that life? I got to see in real time. In real time, I got to see that. People only support you. So here's the thing. It's bigger. What I talk about is bigger than me. But just to lay it in here, people only support you as long as the money keeps printing. As soon as the money stops printing, they stop supporting. And that's okay. That is the mentality. That is the mentality that you have here in this space. That's it. Also, I think it does piss me off when people say I have to go with one thing because that's where everybody wants me to go. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. I'm choosing what I want to choose. Not a single person is going to tell me what I have to go into. And this is why I specifically said, and again, don't read into this, but this is why I said, guys, I haven't chose anything. I haven't chose a single thing. The white bull movement, I'm all about that life. I've been the bull way before any of you guys met me. So I'm just saying. Nobody can be mad at me. Not a single fucking person can ever be mad at me. Because at least I'm upfront when I say that. Like, I continue to say these things on a goddamn microphone. It's recorded. There are tapes recorded. And it's just like, hey. We're going to tell you what you're going to do with your brand. No. Not. This is why I've been sitting back besides looking at everything, observing what works, what doesn't work. How do you do this where it's real shit? Not some bullshit. It's real shit that you're doing out here. It's 1:45 p.m. For those who don't know how to read or tell time, it is 1:45 p.m. on the East Coast. 3 hours behind on the West. My time will come to shine. I will rally the communities. I'm talking to people. I'm having conversations with a lot of people. They've been really good conversations. I'm going to do my thing. And what I said to Landy today is the truth. How is the OG motherfucker of memes not on the who to follow list? How does that happen? How does that happen? Okay. I just want everybody to keep the same energy. When I'm doing deep fucking value part 2, I don't want anybody to say, well, he was a part of the cabal and VCs. No. You can't say that. You can absolutely not utter those fucking words out of your fucking mouth. Bottom line. Bottom line. We'll close it up right after this commercial break.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh, wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto.
This is Houston. T-minus 1 minute until full data blackout. All eyes are on you.
Breaking news. There is an astronaut conducting an emergency repair on a global communication satellite that could go dark at any moment. We have a second angle on this.
Is that guy on FOMO?
Oh yeah, just like me for crazy traders.
Yeah, let's get back to it, everybody.
Breaking news. There is an astronaut.
Opportunity cost is simply this. Every position you take is a position you choose over something else.
This just in. According to the astronaut's FOMO account, highest in the room, the satellite has been restored. For now, the crisis appears to be over.
Satellite's up and running. Position's looking good too.
There we go. United States of America representing. Socialism, communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light? Do everything.
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. Welcome to the breakdown. Back to the breakdown, episode 765. That's right. Yeah. Let's see how you guys do this week. I challenge you guys. You know, I know what others. You know, I know the stats on the other social media platforms and how active people are here. I want to see X be a little bit more active. You guys were about that life. Let's see how bad you want this shit. So I'll be focused on that tomorrow. Let's see how bad you want to go ahead and be a part of something that's fucking generational and fucking be a part of a real fucking movement. Let's see. Yeah, I'll talk a good game, but let's see. Let's see who comes in. And tomorrow I'm going to start off with phone calls. Let's see who calls up and says, you know what? What's going on, Dave? I want to be a part of this. Let's see. Yeah, everybody can talk a good fucking game, but I want to hear it. I want to hear you motherfuckers loud and clear. That's right. Let's see what happens, man. Let's fucking see what happens. Anyway, on that note, I hope you guys have a great day and an even better fucking tomorrow. That's my boy, Akil Patterson with that.